Alright, what's poppin', y'all? It's the JLEGEND EFFECT. Thank y'all as always for rocking with us. Make sure you subscribe on SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, whichever way you're listening to us. I appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Today we have King 617 on the phone. What's poppin', homie?
What's good? What's good, y'all?
Before we get into any questions or any sort of conversation, I just, as I do on the show, I always want to start off with a shout out. And I want to shout out to the dude who came up to me and my coworker today asking for directions, and he had on a snap-on ponytail. So he
seen on TV.
as seen on TV. So I'm talking to my coworker. Homie walks up and he's asking for directions, but we ain't fully understanding what he's saying. So I let my coworker talk to him, and in the middle of his sentence, he's asking for directions. In the middle of his sentence, he really takes off the ponytail. Now the ponytail was up high. It was like it was in the back, but towards the top part of his head. So he takes it off. Once he do it, I just start dying laughing, because I have a problem like that. I can't. It's hard for me to hold that kind of stuff in. You know what I mean? I'm not good like that. Some people are good like that. Some people could be in weird situations like that and not laugh. I'm not good like that. But what made it even funnier was he had a straight face on, like he wasn't joking. He took his ponytail was a clip on. He took the ponytail off, adjusted the clip. I don't know if it was too tight.
He doing so much, he used to it.
So he does that. My coworker, I don't know how, kept a straight face on. Kept talking to him and gave him the directions. And then what made it even funnier was and I hate people like this. And this actually happened to me twice today. He's asking for directions, just like a lady did to me today waiting on the bus. You asking me to give you directions. Just like dude is asking for directions. But then when someone's giving you the directions, you want to argue with them about the directions. That ever happened to you?
Yeah, I don't even be. If I'm on foot, I put headphones on, bro. I don't even be wondering what it be.
Nah, man, but I'm pretty sure it happens to even people who be driving like that. Sometimes you give somebody directions and they want to. But I think it's like this. So what the fuck you ask me for?
Alright, just keep it moving, bro. Going your way.
Yeah, don't ask me. So back to homie with the clip. After he go back and forth with my coworker about the directions, I'm laughing. He looks over at me. I don't care. I'm just laughing. When he pivots, my man does a sharp pivot, like one of them soldiers, and turns around to walk away and starts adjusting the ponytail back.
Yeah, they gotta be a part of life where you just say, fuck it, just give it up. Like, you just, who are you fooling?
As I've said on many episodes, man, and on skits I put out, like, don't live life like that. Like, I don't think God intended life to be lived in that fashion.
Nah, bro, you just gotta give it up, man. There comes a time you just gotta be real with yourself and be like, this shit is not mine. Keep it moving. Like, yeah. It ain't even a second thought. Like, yeah. Like, I don't niggas who are scared to go bald. I'm like, nigga, you gotta just go deal with it. They're like, you can't. You know what I mean?
Nah, I shave my shit now, man. Like, my whole life I had a dark Caesar most of my life, man. And the shit started thinning out, man. I heard it from one or two people. Once my son said it, I was like, nah, that's it. You know what? It's time to start. And both my sons hate that I shave my head. But I'm like, yo, Like, what you want me to do? I can't run around here with them bald spots like that. Sometimes you gotta tap out. Sometimes you gotta tap out.
George Jefferson.
Yeah. Run around here looking like you got a fucking halo.
Hell yeah. As soon as my shot, I said, nah, this is good. I gotta just face it, bro.
Yeah, it's time to go.
I can't have braids no more. I'm good. Like, I don't need them anyway.
Let me ask you a question though. You mentioned the braids. Was you one of them dudes who had that one piece of hair holding your braid there for dear life?
Oh nah, I didn't take it that long. I didn't have like the Jefferson with the dreads. Nah, I didn't do nothing like that. Yeah. Nah, bro. Like I had like cornrows and shit, but my shit didn't go thin till like probably like I think 15 years after I cut my shit off. You know what I mean? So it's like way long, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I seen them dudes where they got that one braid hanging off for dear life.
Yeah,
that shit is dangling. The wind blow the wrong way, it's over for that braid. That cornrow's going. No need to live life like that.
They got all their confidence in that one braid, bro.
Yeah.
That's all in there, man. That's that Samson shit. You cut that shit off, that nigga fall apart on you.
Yeah. That one braid is the end of life. Once that braid goes, it's over, man.
Just think about it though, like, yo, they got, like, for some reason in their head, they think if they, like, they hold on to something with that braid. So it's like, what happens if they cut it? Do they, like, just get instantly depressed? Do they realize how old they actually are? Do they realize, like, it's been time to do that? Like, what happens when this shit gets cut off, bro? Like, what really goes on after this thing is lost from their life? Like, is it really going to be that serious?
Yeah, I feel like they holding on to some sort of memory. Like, the memory of who they supposed to be or who they were. That one braid goes, it's like history goes too, it's over.
Yeah, put that shit in the bag and keep it moving. You have to take that hat off sometime, nigga.
Yeah, at some point.
You crazy.
No need to live life like that, man. God don't want that for his children.
And then according to the story you said from today, you don't even know if that braid's real. That shit could detach. Like, you don't even know. You got no clue, son. Like,
yeah, my man had a convertible. He had a convertible hairdo, man.
Yo, that shit is wild. Being like, yo, you NY, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that shit's wild, man. That's what it is. It's that NY heart. He didn't even give a fuck. He was like, niggas know anyway. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck out here. Like, they will kind of shit. They don't give a flying fuck.
What would have been crazy is if he came up to you with no ponytail, pulled that shit out of his back pocket, put that shit on. Wild. He'll walk away like it's nothing. Like he didn't walk up to you with no ponytail. That shit would be crazy. Nigga have an instant head of hair, like, fuck.
Yeah, man, you can't be out here living like that, man. That would have been crazy. Yo, listen, listen, man. I think I would have been laughing even harder in his face. He did some shit like that, man. And you sit there and try to get it right while he's talking to you, like, nah, man, nah. We can't live life like that, man. God said He made us in His image, man, and that ain't it.
I don't know.
All right, man. Listen, let's talk about your website, man. Let everybody know the name of your website, man, and where to find it.
Oh, I got www.MiduFingaNation.com, www.MiduFingaRadio.com, King 617 on Twitter, hashtag MiduFinger, everything. You just Google MiduFinger and I pop up all over. So, yeah, whatever you want to know, just ask. I'll just start rambling, bro.
Yeah, definitely, man. But you, let's start with the spelling. You don't spell it regular. Middle finger isn't spelled regular. For yourself.
When I first came up with it, it was a process because what happened was it was one of those no BS. This ain't no like fantasy shit, but you know how they be like you had a vision.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I had a vision of a movement, but it was like I didn't really put my finger on it yet. And I was like, yo, what's one thing that everybody does, whether they know that they do it consciously or subconsciously, or they could have did it when they was babies. Like, yo, everyone puts their middle finger up,
True.
no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some point in your life you put your middle finger up. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, cool. So I was like, what can it stand for? And I was like, you know what? Because at that time I was doing music, and people was telling me, yeah, you're whack. You're doing this, you're doing that. It wasn't because I wasn't whack, but it's just like people from my hood didn't want me to blow up.
Time
So
the
like,
fuck out. Time out. Gotta stop you right there. So if everybody's telling you whack, and then you sit here on this phone right now telling me you not whack.
No. Not everybody. I'm not. It was people that it will evolve into what it goes into in a second. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody, just certain people. You know what I mean?
All right, so let me ask you, what will be the percentage?
What? The people what? The people in the hood?
The percentage of people who heard your music compared to the percentage of people who said that shit whack.
Oh, nah. Let me see. The people that said it was whack was what, like 1%. I got 10 million plays on MySpace.
Okay.
We had the hood on fire. The thing was this was the person that said it was whack. It just got put on in the industry. So what a lot of people don't know is, like, around this time period, when you got in the industry, you had to, like, kind of dead any issues you would have in your hood. Like, no one in your hood can come up and throw any dirt on you, because that would kind of kill your credibility with the record label and on the streets to sell records and all that extra shit.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people didn't know that. Go ahead, what you saying?
I said definitely, yeah.
You know what I mean? So at this time period, only this person and his crew was saying I was whack. That's why when I said people, I meant that, like that, not people that was following us and fucking with us. You know what I mean? Because this is when, like, there was 3 of us. So this is when MySpace started, like, you know how when MySpace was really bumping, like, you could put, like, songs up there, you could do an artist page, all that shit.
Yeah, definitely.
So we was gaining in that way. So it was like, yeah, like when I said people, I only meant the person in the crew, not the people, because that shit was the shit is still crazy. That's why I got a crazy fan base now. You know what I'm saying? Because of just the shit that we was going through. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna start rambling, so you gotta just ask me.
No, you can go into that whole situation if you feel like it. Like, what was the falling out between you and them people that they started feeling that way, or I felt the need to say shit like that?
Just hate. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fallout was shit. Actually, no bullshit. The shit actually opened my eyes. The person that just got signed to Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was they came back and they did a video in the hood. So at the end of the video's still up. I don't know if it still has this clip on it, but I think it still does. But at the end of the video, Rick Ross is talking to the camera, and he says middle finger about 3 times. Now, I didn't take it as anything, but people were hitting me back on some shit like, yo, he's talking about y'all type shit. And I didn't really think of what I should have did with it at the time. You know what I mean? But what it basically did was it brought more light on the situation. It also let me see that because this person was signed to Rick Ross, it showed me the people I was doing music with was kind of like, well, we're not going to do what they're doing. So they kind of like gave up on what we was trying to do and just went and tried to do their own thing because of this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? So I just kept the whole core of it, because at the end of the day, when I came up with the whole thing, I just kept it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the spelling though. Tell me about the spelling, because it's not spelled regular middle finger.
I'm originally from Boston, so that contributes to the spelling too. But the first part was it originally was spelled the regular way.
Okay.
I put the search in Google, and it came up. Multiple different people already had it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what, fuck it. But I had to sit and think like, yo, all right, well, how am I gonna do this? And then I was like, I gotta spin it some type of way. I gotta spin it. So it was like, I sat there and I was like, yo, it's a play. The way it's spelled is also a play off of how people say, how people from Boston talk. We end everything with an A.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's spelled how someone from Boston would say it. At the same time, me being from Boston, the M on the end and the A on the end is the abbreviation for Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So it has like a, you know what I mean? But the way it's spelled like that, to basically be the only thing spelled like that on the net, and to be to symbolize where I'm from, and like it's like a play on how it's said and everything.
All right. So for the people listening, we're gonna put a link to the website or under whatever platform you're listening to this to. In the episode description, you'll find a link to the website. But King, for everybody listening, spell it out for them real quick.
So it's on www.MiduFingaNation.com. You can just look up that way, or go to hashtag MiduFinga on anything. You'll find it. It's you know what I'm saying? It's out there.
What sort of content is on this website though? Is it just do you have music on there? I know you have the radio show. Is your music on there for people to hear or no?
No, I got a few old songs on YouTube, but I haven't really made public music in a minute, just because I've been so focused on building this fan base.
Okay.
And just see, what a lot of people don't know is like I have Forever Loyalty Management is the management company. So what I basically did was I created it so that way I could like sign myself, so that way I don't got to worry about doing a major and stuff, because I know how to do everything else on my own. Like I can know how to push my music if I wanted to push it to the mat. I know how to do all that. So what I'm doing is like I took a little bit of time to just try to like to group the fan base, to see how this goes, to build it a little bit more and try to get it a little bit more solid than just people going to the site. Like I want people to start being more into what MiduFinga is as a whole, as the movement for underdogs, the movement for people that are told they can't do nothing and they want to do it, and they're just saying fuck you to the movement. You know what I'm saying? To whatever's telling them they can't do it, it's basically a fuck you, yes I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I want people to know what it's more like that, rather than just saying fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you want people to embrace that sort of attitude to a degree.
Yeah, because like, yo, at the end of the day, I'm for everybody winning. Like, if people really know me, I'm for everybody winning. Like, I don't care if I never seen you a day in my life. If you got an idea and I can help you, I'm going to help you try to win, because why would I sit here and hold on to a ton of knowledge and not help someone else that could use the knowledge if I'm never going to use it? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can I sit here and have a connect? Like, I can have a connect for something that somebody wants to do, and that person's just my friend chilling, and I can just be like, yo, this person right here got this, and put the, like, it's not. I'm for the people, bro. Like I want to see everybody win. I don't want to see no one be hungry. I want to see none of my people in jail. None of that stuff. I'm all for the cause. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. You just brought up cultivating a fan base. What are the 2 or 3 things you feel is key in doing that?
Interaction. I'm learning now, like, you gotta really interact a lot with your fans. Like, they want to see videos of you all day. They want to see what you're doing, what you're eating, what you're wearing. Like, you paying your bills, you taking a shit. They want to see everything. So it's like, you gotta really, really be ready for that. And I'm from the hood. I'm from the streets. So it's like, I'm from the era where you don't do none of that shit on camera.
Yeah.
You don't show niggas what you got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So it's like I'm like right now I'm probably gonna try and get some couple young heads that are into that shit to be doing that shit, because I don't even like showing nothing I got, man. Because I'm the type I come from the mentality, if you show something that somebody wants, when they're hungry they're gonna try and come get it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I ain't trying to show nothing I got. Like, I'm good.
Listen, anybody who's been we're now 53. I believe this would be the 53rd episode. Deep. We just made a year actually of doing it, and the first few months I had nothing on YouTube, and you know, people were always telling me, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that, and I was like, yo, you know what? That ain't for me. Like, I'm from that same era where, like, don't even pull a camera around me recording shit. Like, you know, we back away. We come from an era of you have to back away from that type of shit. I want to know right now why you got that camera out type shit. You know what I mean?
For real.
Or even snatching cameras off niggas. Like, Even in the era I grew up with, dudes couldn't just come around the neighborhood shooting videos. Like, you niggas would run down on you real quick. So I had to make that adjustment in me to start to do that. Start to get on the camera. Start to post a picture of myself, stuff like that. But I wasn't with it. You know what I mean? But it's like you said, people want to have that interaction with you. They want to know who they talking to, and even them sometimes sitting there watching a video of you just talking, blogging, whatever it is. Sometimes they start feeling a little more of a connection, like they your peoples.
Right. Yeah, like I hate doing the videos. People be like, you need to blog more. I'm like, yo, I don't like doing it. I don't. Like, I don't like sitting there talking to a camera for like an hour. Like, I don't like doing that. So, like, but I understand what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, yo, in that hour, I could be getting bread. Like, I could be getting money in that hour. Like, I'm just sitting there. Like, it's residual money at the end of the day, but it's like, you know what I mean? But I understand, like, it's all for the movement. But it's like, I don't really want to be in front of the camera. I'd rather put somebody else in front of the camera that wants to be in front of the camera, that wants that shot, and that wants to be seen every few weeks. Like, every few days we drop a blog. They want to be seen every time. They want to push that. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want.
Yeah, man. So tell me about the MiduFinga Radio.
MiduFinga Radio was started because before my father passed, he was he had his own radio station. Appreciate it. He had his own radio station. So what I did was I just I wanted to he didn't have a call-in radio, but he had his own radio station. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to incorporate the same type of situation he had, and just go with a anything goes type of radio station. We talk the radio station is really like the newest thing that MiduFinga is doing besides the new apparel line that's about to jump off. But the radio station started I think October. And so October, September, one of those two, but it's basically just the anything goes radio station. We talk about everything from A to Z. A majority of the shows recently have been battle rap because of the events that have been going on, but we have a lot of other good shows too. Like we had a show about Donald Trump that was pretty good. We had a couple of other talk shows, but I just like it because I get to bring people from all over the world into one section for 2 hours to talk about, to get like let them get whatever they want to get off their chest and be able to do it with no boundaries. Like, I don't care if you're biased. I don't care if you're not biased. I don't care if you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. We're gonna talk, see how everything goes, and keep it moving. But one thing I do is I try to keep everybody in a positive light. I try to keep every guest in a positive light. I don't want to try to take away from nobody's bread. I want to try and stop anyone from eating. So it's never gonna be like any type of negative stuff unless it's a negative issue going on outside and we ask questions about it. That's the only time it will be like any type of negative. But I will try to stay away from negativity as much as possible because I'm trying to help everybody get bread, not stop them from getting it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I had the opportunity to go on your radio show. I want to thank you again for having me on there.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me on yours.
Yeah, man. When we were actually doing that, I thought that it was definitely cool how you definitely had people from different areas being able to state their opinion. So far, is there? I know you just mentioned the Trump episode, but is there another episode that you put out where you feel, you know, maybe a new listener might have to listen to that episode because it was like it stood out that much?
The Bullpen versus Queen of the Ring. We was the first radio show to have Debo versus John versus Slick Will on the show. Not them two versus each other, but it was Bullpen versus Queen of the Ring on there. We had Debo and Slick Will from Bullpen and John Carlton towards the end. That was like one of the best shows we had. Actually, it might have been like that's the best show guest wise, and then we have a few of the good shows when it's just like regular people talking. But that's probably the best show. Like it's all broken down on YouTube. With the full things on blogtalk.com/MiduFinga. Yeah, it was a pretty good show, man.
Yeah. So, on what days is your show on? Is there a set date at a set time when you're live?
Nah, I've learned like I have a set like scheduled like Sunday through Thursday is usually when I'm gonna just do a show, like a random show. But I've learned that doing this, you really can't set a schedule because depending on what type of guest you have, their schedule is not really set. You know what I mean? So it's more like you got to keep whatever you use to interview people. You just got to keep it on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just be able to go at any moment.
Definitely. Definitely. And anybody there listening who's interested or beginning to do the same, that's a great piece of advice because you never know. Like there's times I'm somewhere. Lately, I've been walking around with my recorder, and sometimes it's somebody right there start talking to you, or somebody. I've had one person tell me, "Hey, man, I listened to the show. Like, oh, you should talk about this, or you should talk about that." And I was like, "Well, maybe sometime we'll have you on so we can talk about it." And I'm like,
Right.
"Damn, had I had it on that very moment, I could have just stopped what I was doing right there on the spot, did it, 15, 20 minutes." And it would have made that person's day. On top of that, you develop the content. You start
Right.
collecting the content.
Yeah, because I was what taught me to do that was actually when I first interviewed Chilla Jones.
Okay.
He couldn't do the Sunday through Thursday 'cause that's what my schedule was, Sunday through Thursday, and so he asked me if I could do it like early afternoon Friday, and I was like, you know what, I can't even have a schedule because I can't miss out on certain interviews. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. No, definitely, and even more so, I don't really know how that blog talk stuff work. But if you're able to have that same material and later on be able to place it on YouTube or place it on your site where people can always revert back to it, that's always a great thing too. Because then it's on their time. Because even your listeners, you don't always get the same listeners at the same time that they did last time.
Right.
I have people who sometimes binge listen to the episodes, so they might miss an episode. I put one out a week. Lately, I've been putting 2 out a week, but I've had people tell me how they didn't get a chance. Like you said, they were busy, schedule didn't allow it. They ain't hear the show for like 3 weeks, but then sat there on a Saturday and just listened to a bunch of them. Sat there on a Sunday and just listened to a bunch of them.
Yeah.
What other on the actual website though? What other sort of content do you have up there?
Well, the content that's posted is we got news stories. We try to get as much news as possible, as much info to the people. All types of stuff from everywhere, so people can see reality news like as much as possible. I try to stay as far away from fake news as possible, but it's hard because you never know what website is posting fake news. And it's like you don't know until you get somebody lets you know, or you get like flagged or something with it or something like that. But besides the news, we post music videos, we post music mixtapes, a lot of battle rap content. I try to update the side of the website as possible. We have Artist of the Month, Top 10, Boston Feature, Battle of the Month. And there's a section like where people have paid to have their stuff on the side of the section. Prestige Entertainment, Bucalini. I don't have the website right in front of me, and usually when I look at the website, it's a whole different setup than what's right in front of me. So I'm trying to just remember by offhand. But yeah, it's just a lot trying to shed a lot of light on stuff that people wouldn't normally see on other websites. So I try to grab as much content that I don't see. If I don't see it out there and about, then I know that not everyone's seen it yet, so I can just grab it. But right now, you know who Yes Jules is, or whatever her name is?
I've been seeing people post something about a sex tape or some shit. I don't even know who she is, so I don't know.
Oh, that shit's going crazy on the website right now. So right now, that's like the top story.
I might have to on the low go check that out. I don't know.
Yeah, check it out before they tell me to take that shit down.
Yeah. But
I get a cease and desist letter at least once a month, bro.
Oh yeah.
It's that shit right to the
Well, you
platform.
You getting that is people know somebody's paying attention though.
Yeah, I used to get I still do. Like used to do a lot of A&R work. Like when I went to I used to live in Atlanta. You lived in Atlanta for 4 years. I used to do heavy music and marketing and promotions and stuff. I was nominated for a few online promotion awards down there. I worked with Slick Puller, Jeezy, and them.
Okay.
Was pushing a lot of content. Yeah, I'm trying to think what I was going to do, but it got me a lot of connects in the industry. And one of my good connects is like Def Jam. So they send me. I just gave it away. My fault. They they send me. I get a lot of music way before it comes out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of it's meant because I sometimes put out mixtapes every now and then. Okay. So a lot of it's meant for me to put on the mixtape. So it's like me being a hothead, I would post whole albums on my website, and then I get the cease and desist. And they're like, "Yo, you gotta take that down. Yo, you got 30 days. Yo, you got 24 hours." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was crazy though.
Yeah, but yeah. Moral of the story, people, don't be putting shit up there without permission, man, because they gonna come holler at you. But
yeah, I'm for the people, man. I try to help people save money, B.
Yeah. All right, homie. In closing, man, let's I know you mentioned something about some clothing, but tell me what's next as a whole for MiduFinga. What's next? What do you got lined up?
Film, movies, visuals. I'm gonna actually start trying to meet everybody, especially you. You know what I'm saying? Face to face, get on camera, start showing people like you can interact with people still. You don't have to just be atting everybody all the time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can. You know what I'm saying? Get in front of each other and talk. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to do a lot of, just trying to unify a lot of people, man. Trying to help people push forward, trying to expose people to this fan base, trying to, see, my thing is this, like, yo, I got fans. It's like, yo, like, I'm willing to help everybody build their shit to how I built mine. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not, like, opposed to helping people. Like, that's one of my things, like, I'm trying to push. Like, the biggest thing that we do is we stop trying to help each other because we fear someone getting more ahead than we are. You should want somebody to get more ahead than you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should want somebody to do better than you are with the knowledge that you're giving them. That's the goal. Definitely. You know what I mean? It's just when people do that and they act like you didn't help them, that's a whole different story. But at the same time, it's like, yo, you gotta take these opportunities while you can, because life is too short, man. You gotta work with everybody anywhere that you can. Just don't. You know what I mean? Like, it's we'll talk about it off air, but it's like it's a long thing with this industry too, man. It's all the bullshit that goes on. So I just want everybody to be positive. I want to see us all doing 100% better next year. Like, I don't want you to be doing this. I want you to be doing it on, like, you have your own, like, podcast station. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the goals I want everybody to do. You know what I'm saying? So we all do better for us and our children. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. But let the people know one more time your social media handle.
You can just hit me on Twitter, King617. Also, the hashtag MiduFinga, MiduFinga. It's said like middle finger. It's just spelled different. MiduFingaNation.com. If you try to get at me, can't get at me, hit up JLEGEND and he can get in touch with me.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
All it is.
Definitely, man.
Appreciate being on here too, man. This is real major. You know what I mean?
Man, thank you for being on. Thank King617. To everybody listening, you already know what I always say. The 3 things you got to do for the Wolf Pack. Wolf Pack being the family and your media circle is provide, protect, and educate. Without that, it's going to be harder for us to push forward. Just like King617 said, if the goal is to push forward, man, you know, we definitely got to help each other. And those are the 3 principles you got to live by to make that happen. So thank you for rocking with us. Make sure you subscribe on whatever platform. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything to do so. In the description box, you will see a link for the website. And you can check out MiduFinga and everything that they got going on, all right? So to everybody, salute. We'll see you next week.